Hi, Christ Church friends. It's been an absolutely glorious winter day. A relatively new snow, nice and clean outside, and bright, bright sunshine, but pretty darn cold. So I thought it might be nice to sit here with the Joy banner here in the sanctuary and a beautiful flower to remind us that the seasons are in God's hands. It won't always be winter, but God's beauty and the beauty of the seasons will always be around us. I want to start by thanking you, my dear friends, dear family of Christ Church, for the feedback you continue to offer on how we're doing in streaming worship. Last Sunday, I had hoped that we would stream simultaneously, both on YouTube and on Facebook. And my understanding of how that worked is that on Facebook, you received a link that then forced you to watch on YouTube, and there was no live stream on Facebook. I'm sorry for that, and I apologize. I didn't understand how it would work. I understand one consequence of that is that for those of you who have, for months now, really appreciated the ability not just to watch and participate in worship, but to communicate directly with friends, with family, with those you love here in and through Christ Church, you could not do that on Sunday. And I want you to hear from me personally. I grieve that. I never want to keep you from the connections that you make and that you have and that you will continue to have here in and through Christ Church. So we will stream both on YouTube and on Facebook this coming Sunday, the 31st. I expect the quality, because it will be through a phone using a portable amplifier here in the sanctuary, the quality with the Facebook feed will be lower than the YouTube one, but it will be live for you. You will be able to communicate with others, chatting, messaging, using Facebook while we worship. Please continue to give us your feedback. I'm grateful. Our tech volunteers are grateful. We need to hear from you. When I wear the mask, do I need to position a microphone differently? When I'm doing that children's message. When we have a special music presentation, do we need to be sure we're using microphones differently because you're having difficulty hearing? Just know we're trying to differentiate what's a challenge of us, our technology in the sanctuary, what might be a challenge of the pipes of the system getting this service streamed to you, what might be a challenge on your end with your own equipment or the strength of the signal. But please keep telling us how it's going, what's working and what's not. And together we will do what John Wesley, the founder of the movement that came to be called Methodist, said, is that we are moving on to perfection. We are not there yet, but we expect God to make us perfect, even in this life, maybe, by faith. Moving on to perfection is never an excuse for not doing our best. It's about describing how we're faithfully taking steps to do the best we can. So thank you. I wanted to be sure to mention that about tech, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about my preparation and my thoughts for Sunday in hopes that I could help you be prepared too. In the scripture, Jesus it's said of him that he speaks and he teaches with authority. Just that phrase, with authority, this teaching. I wanted to tell you about my first experience of the phrase with authority, and it was not a faith-oriented experience. I played on the basketball team in Mandeville High School, and my height made it pretty easy for me to block a lot of people's shots. But now and then for those great big players who were able to push against this skinny guy, and even though I'm trying to block, every now and then somebody would slam dunk that basketball right over me. If there was an announcer, or maybe my friends would joke with me afterward, they would say, that player did it with authority. They put it right down on my head. Who is an authority in your life? Was a parent? Was a teacher? Maybe a child? A friend? A pastor or Sunday school teacher? Maybe a coworker? What and who do you look to for or as authorities in your life? Who is authoritative? Who do you follow? Whose example shows you the right way? Whose writings, whose words touch you so deeply you know they help you on the right path? And if you're thinking about that, and I'm mindful of authorities in my life, we will come together to hear more and to consider more about Jesus, our ultimate authority. And as Christ Church, we will be moving in the right way. Thanks be to God. I look forward to being with you Sunday. Bless you, friends.